For Unit 6, quiz number 3, practice, there's just 4 questions about factoring. So if I look here on the first 2, I see that I have a 1 in front of x squared. So for both of these, we're just doing x factor, writing it in factored form. In 3 and 4, our number is greater than 1, and so we're going to have to do x factor with bottoms up and then write in factored form. So let's go ahead and start. So the first one here would be 1 times 10 is 10. And we're trying to get to 7. So I write the factors of 10. And I see that 2 and 5 can add to be 7. So we have x plus 2, x plus 5. And that's it for that one. For number 2, again, the first number times the last number is negative 32. And we get 14. So the factors of 32, we have 1 and 32, 2 and 16, 4 and 8. I don't think there's any others. Okay, so if I look at these here, which pair can make a 14? 2 and 6. Or sorry, 2 and 16. So in order to get a positive 14, this 16 has to be positive. They have to be the same sign on this side. So I'm going to go with a negative 2. 16 minus 2 is 14. These multiply to be negative 32. So we have x minus 2 and x plus 16. Okay, for bottoms up, number 3, 4 times 21. We get 84. And we are trying to get to 31. So 1 and 84, 2 and 42, 3 and 28, 4 goes in 21 times, 5 does not go in, 6 goes in 14 times, 7 can go in 12 times, and I think that's it. Let's just check real quick. Yes, okay. So these are all the factors of 84. So which one of these factors could add or subtract, looks like add, everything here is plus, to be 31? We got this one here, 28 and 3. So 28 plus 3 is 31. So I would write x plus 3, x plus 28. Now, I need to divide by that first number 4. And I need to know, can 3/4 divide evenly? No, it cannot. So I bring the bottom up. So 4x plus 3. And then here, can you divide? Yes, this becomes 7. So x plus 7. Okay, last one, number 4. First times last, that gives me negative 30. And we're trying to get to negative 1. So 30 would break down to 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6. So which one could make a negative 1 if I subtracted? Has to be 5 and 6. Okay, so I know it's going to be a negative because my bigger number has to be negative if the answer here is negative. Also, remember, these are matching signs. All right, so we have x plus 5, x minus 6. This is our first number we need to divide by. Can this divide? Yes. It's a 1. Move that up. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. This cannot divide. It cannot reduce, so I bring the bottom up. So 5x minus 6.